Hi there and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl and this is Your Journey Yoga. Finding that comfortable position, we're just going to get that full body. So head to toes, take a drink whenever you need one. If you need to stop, please do so. Just take care of yourself. All right. Let's roll those shoulders up and back and just let the shoulders slide down and away. Close your eyes. Take note of how you're feeling today. Do that shoulder roll once again. Take it up and back and let those shoulders slide down and away. Let your hands be heavy against the tops of the knees. If it feels right to you, drape your wrists over the knees. Bring your index finger and thumb to gently touch. And let's just slow that breath down. Slow and steady, in and out through the nose as best you can. Hopefully you had a restful night's sleep. You're feeling super good this morning. If not, hopefully this is going to help. Drawing in that good, fresh, clean oxygen. Those exhales carrying away any tension or tightness that you may have within you. Keeping those eyes closed, slowly walk your hands forward, releasing the weight of the upper body down. Just let yourself melt. Let your body be heavy. Don't force anything to happen. We're not bouncing. We're supporting as much as you need support. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands forward a little bit further, and then gently release it back down. Circling the hands back by your hips, big circle of those arms up and overhead, reach it high. And as you exhale, release that right hand down, left arm up and over. We stay up on that right palm. We're going to give a little push with that right hand, lifting the left side of the rib cage. Turn your gaze up along the inside of that left arm. Now circle that left arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. Just circle the back of the body as far as you can and turn your gaze down towards the ground. Little tuck of your chin towards the right collarbone. Stretching through the neck, through the shoulder. Circling that left arm back up and over. And rise, both arms reach high. Exhale, release that left hand down, right arm up and over. We stay on that left palm. We give a little push with that left palm, lifting the right side of the rib cage. Turn your gaze towards the sky. And we circle that right arm around behind the back, forearm along the small of the back, just reaching as far back and around as you can. And then slowly turn your gaze down towards the ground. Little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. Circling that right arm back up and over. And inhale, we rise. Both arms reach up. Exhale and release your hands down by your sides, pressing the palms down towards the ground. Spine nice and tall. As you exhale, bring your chin down towards your chest. And we gently roll the head to the right ear over the right shoulder. Left palm pressing down towards the ground. Letting go of tension in the neck, the shoulder. Slowly turning your chin down towards that right collarbone. Keep pressing that left palm down towards the ground. Untangling that fascia, lengthening the neck muscles. Creating space between the ear and the shoulder. Letting go of tension. We turn our face back towards front and gently release your chin down towards your chest. And roll the head to the left. Left ear over the left shoulder. Right palm pressing down towards the ground. Feel that length in the neck, that stretch in the shoulder, the opening of your ear canal. Slowly turning your chin down towards your left collarbone. Making sure the intensity doesn't go through the roof. Be careful, be kind. We turn our face back towards front and then slowly release your chin down towards your chest. And inhale, head up nice and tall. Rock it back, switch so the other leg is in front. And inhale, reach it up. As you exhale, turn to the left, right hand to the top of the thigh, left hand behind you. Prop yourself up as tall as you can and then really work to turn through the torso, rotating, twisting out tension and tightness. Right shoulder presses down and away, and a little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. As we press that right shoulder down and away and tuck our chin down, just this really nice stretch in the neck. Inhale, reach it up, turn back to face front. And as you exhale, we turn to the right, left hand to the top of the thigh, right hand behind you, sit yourself up as tall as you can sit, and then rotate just as far as you can, twisting out any negative energy, massaging those internal organs, pressing that left shoulder down and away, and a little tuck of your chin towards that right collarbone. Such a great way to start the day. Inhale, both arms reach overhead as you turn back to face front, releasing that right hand down, left forearm crosses the crown of the head, gently pull it to the left. And relax the weight of your head, press that right palm down towards the ground. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. Setting the tone for the day. Connecting mind, body, and breath. Gaining focus. Inhale, right, that left arm up. Switch sides, right arm up, left arm down. Cross the crown of the head and gently pull to the right. And then press that left palm down towards the ground. As we move through our practice, just letting go of tension wherever we find it as best we can. Even if it's just a teeny tiny bit that we're able to release, that helps. Our breath, keeping us present right here. Inhale, extend right arm, lift the left, lengthening and hinging it forward, releasing your hands. Relax the weight of your upper body down. And again, just melt. Not bouncing, not forcing, just breathing and letting go. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle those arms up and overhead. Reach it high and gently release your hands down by your sides. Let's extend those legs out nice and long, turning the length of your mat. Flex your feet. Feel that length in the spine, sitting up, staff pose. As you pull those toes back, feel that stretch through the calves, through the arches of the feet. Point your toes just as hard as you can point them. Feeling that stretch to the top of the feet, through the front of the shins. Now pull your right toes back, but keep your left foot pointed. Keep that nice tall posture and switch. Right toes point, left foot pulls back. Toes pointing directly to the sky. There's this tendency to kind of have your leg roll out to the side. Keep them pointing up. Again, right toes flex, left toes point. How's the spine doing? Are you still sitting up tall? And switch other one. Flex the left foot, point the right foot. Now pull both toes back again, flexing your feet, toes pointed to the sky, stretching through the backs of the legs. We keep that length in the spine and just take it one step forward, keeping that long spine, about a 45-degree bend in the upper and lower body. You can back it off if that's too intense. Now point your toes, bring your hands to the tops of the legs and walk them forward. If you can reach down towards those toes, give those toes a little push, just a deeper stretch. You can kind of run your fingertips right along the front of your ankles, all the way down the tops of your feet. If you got those long old legs, or if those hamstrings are a little tighter and you can't quite reach it, just point those toes. A little self-massage here through the ankle, through the tops of the feet. And you can also support by bending those knees with a block or a blanket or something, so that that helps you to come down to touch those feet. And then slowly walk it back up. And let's sweep those feet around, coming up onto all fours to our tabletop position. Hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width, core is nice and strong. Let's tuck the toes and lift the knees just an inch off of the mat. So definitely getting a stretch here in the calves, pressing those heels towards the back of the mat, stretching through the arch of the feet. As you exhale, lift your hips, take your weight back towards those feet. Inhaling it back to that hovering tabletop, toes remain tucked under, just that nice stretch for the calves, the ankles, the arches of the feet. And then exhale, extend those legs, shift your weight back towards your heels. Let's do that one more time, inhaling it back to that hovering tabletop. And exhale, extend those legs, shift your weight back towards your heels. Inhaling it back to that hovering tabletop. Core is strong. Breathe. We're going to reach back and touch the opposite leg with our fingertips. So just tapping the thigh or the knee and tap. We're going to do our very best to stay as steady as we possibly can. So we're kicking up the firmness here a little bit, warming things up, challenging our core, keeping those knees just an inch off of the mat. Last one. And extend those legs. Shift your weight back towards your heels, taking the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Soft bend in the knees, head heavy, soften the face, and just breathe. Hanging in our forward fold, let's make fists with our hands, and we're going to use our knuckles to kind of run right along the outer side of your shin, from the bottom of the knee to the top of the ankle. You can press as hard as you want to press, just a little self-massage. A couple times just straight down. And then now bring it up just below the knees and do little zigzags. So left and right as you lower those knuckles down right along the outer edge of your shins. Do that again. Now just a couple more straight down. Push in again as far, as hard as you want. And then let those arms hang. Let your head be heavy. Give it a little shake. A little shift of your weight forward into your toes. A little shift back into your heels, lifting your toes. And back towards your toes. One more time to the heels, lifting those toes. And then gently set the toes back down, evening out that weight, and ever so slowly ragdoll it up. One vertebra stacking on top of the other at a time. As you reach the top, roll those shoulders up and back and let your shoulders slide down and away. Do that again, big shoulder roll. Take it up and back and let your shoulders slide down and away. Give those arms a couple little good shakes. And then let your arms just gently hang. Stepping to the top of the mat if you're not already there. Good shoulder roll up and back. Turn your palms open to the front. Inhale, reach to the sky. Bring your palms to gently touch. Spread your fingers. Core strong. We shift our weight forward, lifting the heels, coming as high up onto the balls of the feet and the toes as we can. Strong through the belly, strong through those glutes, solid through your feet. Slowly releasing your heels back down, shifting your weight to your heels. Pull the hands to heart center as you sit to chair. We're going to shift our weight forward, little stretch through the Achilles and through the calves, and then we shift our weight back to our heels. So it's a little shift forward, but keep those heels glued down, and then a little shift back. Little core work here, lots of legs. Coming forward, keep those heels down, and once again back to chair, hold chair. Can you lift those toes, wiggle those toes? Inhale, rise, reach to the sky, and as you exhale, arch it back. Open your arms to a nice wide V. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Let's hold our plank, toes or knees. And again, we're going to do that little weight shift forward, tips of the toes, and back to the balls of the feet. Give a little push through those heels. Inhale forward, and exhale, little push through those heels. One more time, forward and back, little push through the heels. Now center your weight and lift your hips to down dog. Feet are hip width apart. Adjust your hands, adjust your feet however you need to, finding that inverted V. Inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders towards your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And exhale, let your heels sink. We inhale it to high plank or high push-up position. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Let's shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through between the hands. Back heel to the mat. We stand tall to warrior one. Squaring the pelvis to the front. Shoulders soft. We sink into our lunge as deeply as you can keep and maintain your form. We bend that left elbow, left hand behind your head, right hand to the elbow and gently press. Stay mindful of those hips, the pelvis, keeping it facing front. If it feels good to you, you can circle that right arm around behind, reaching up. Lock in those fingertips. Again, how's the pelvis? Keep it facing front. As you exhale, core strong, begin to hinge it forward. Pressing that left heel into the mat, lengthening through the crown of the head. Breathe. Making sure you're being nice, you're being kind to your body. Inhale, we rise up nice and tall. Release your hands, extend your left arm and then the right. Circle the arms to the back. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back and extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. And let's alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Inhaling up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And exhale, let your heels sink. We inhale it to high plank or high push-up position. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. We shift our weight to our right foot. Left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through between the hands. Back heel to the mat. Stand tall. Warrior one. Square in the pelvis. Back heel, outside edge of that right foot pressing into the mat. Breathe. Bending that right elbow, hand comes behind the head. Left hand to the elbow and gently press. Chin staying off the chest. Feels good to you, circle that right arm around behind, reach it up. Can you lock your fingertips? Breathe. As you exhale, lengthen through the crown of the head and begin to hinge it forward. Long diagonal line down the back of the body, feeling that stretch to that back calf as that heel is glued to the mat. Long line all the way down the back of the body. Inhale, we rise. Releasing the hands, extending right arm and then the left. Circle those arms to the back. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back And extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. Let's alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Nice long stretch down the back of the straight leg. What else do you notice? Strengthen the shoulders, lengthen the spine. Face is soft, head's heavy. Hopefully it feels pretty good. As you exhale, let both heels sink. We inhale it to high plank or high push-up position, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Shifting your weight to your left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot to the outside of your right hand. Toes are slightly turned open, and let your hips be heavy. Feel that stretch to the groin, down those left hip flexors, making sure the knee feels good. Let's step that left foot in across from the right to our frog pose. Toes turned out. Heels just a little bit wider than our hips, and if it feels good to you, lowering your bottom, lifting your chest, pulling the hands to heart center to our yogi squat. Breathe. As you exhale, release your hands and extend those legs. Lift your sit bones to the sky. Let your head be heavy. Feeling that nice stretch all along the outside of the thigh, the calf. Just feeling that really nice stretch in the ankles. We bring the hands to the elbows, holding on, and just gently sway side to side. I know it's not always going to happen, but my hope is that it always feels so good you just kind of want to groan. Coming back to center, relax those arms. Core strong, bring your hands to the mat, slowly lowering your bottom back down to your frog. We step that left foot back, and then the right to plank, toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And then as you exhale, let those heels sink, stretching the calves. We shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot to the outside of the left hand. Toes are slightly turned open. And again, let those hips be heavy. Breathe. Core strong, we step that right foot in across from the left to our frog or our yogi squat. You decide what feels the best to you. Breathe. Wiggling those toes. Checking in, lengthening through the crown of the head. On your next exhale, place those hands down and extend those legs. Lift your sit bones high. Let's take the hands and hold on to those ankles. Use the strength of the arms to pull that upper body towards the space between your legs. All the way down the backs of the legs, that beautiful stretch. Really nice release and stretch in that lower back. And as you hold on with those arms, you might notice a really nice stretch in that upper middle back. A little shift of your weight forward into your toes. Center your weight. Bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Let's roll those shoulders up and back and lift the hands towards the sky. Take your gaze up just beyond your bum. Let those arms be heavy. Slowly, we bring the hands to the small at the back. Separating those hands, allowing the hands to just slide down the backs of the legs. Once again, taking a hold at the ankles. Using the strength of the arms, we pull that upper body towards that space between the legs. And then just let your arms hang just below your head. Shift your weight to your heels and begin to bend your knees. We lower back down to our frog pose. We step our right foot back and then the left to our high plank, toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. Bring your big toes to touch, little space between your heels. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, sweep your hands from the back of the feet to the front of the feet as you sit to chair. Arms can come to heart center, or arms can be extended overhead. You choose. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, sink. If this causes tension to have those arms overhead, that causes tension in the neck and the shoulders, pull those hands down to heart center. Again, half lift and sink. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, sweep your arms back to flight as you straighten those legs. Nice flat back to airplane. Roll those shoulders back. Lengthen from the crown of the head to the sit bones. Draw that belly button in and up. Turn your palms to the sky. Spread your fingers wide and reach. Arms are just a little bit higher than your hips. Now turn your palms towards the ground and open those arms out to a T. Reach from fingertip to fingertip. Core strong if it feels right to you. Lift your heels. Breathe. Releasing the heels back down. Shift your weight to your heels. Sweep your hands back, down, and sit once again to chair. Pull the hands to heart center. Inhale, rise. As you exhale, arch it back. Palms stay glued together. Stretching all the way down the front of the body. Inhale it up tall. Interlace your fingers all but the index finger and thumb. Shift your weight forward to the toes and close those heels. Feet are side by side. Take a big breath in, reach. And as you exhale, lean to the right. Press your hips to the left. Use your right hand to pull that left arm. Inhaling it back up. And as you exhale, lean to the left. Press your hips to the right. Use that left hand to pull the right one. Inhaling it back up nice and tall. Find a focal point out in front of you and shift your weight forward, lifting your heels. So now those feet are side by side as opposed to separated. Do you notice a difference from the beginning of class? Do you like that narrower stance or the wider stance? And slowly bring your heels back down. Heel toe those feet open to hip width apart and swan dive down. Forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Take a giant step back with your left foot. Back knee can come to the mat if you like. Circle those arms up and overhead to our crescent lunge. Pressing through the back heel. Pelvis is staying front. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Stay low. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, turn to the right. Open your arms out to a T. Inhale it back to center. Again, same direction. Open. Arms out to a T. Inhale it back to center. We do that one more time. Exhale, roll it open. Releasing that left hand to the inside of your right foot. Right arm reaching up. And breathe. As you exhale, release that right hand down. We draw that left foot in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Cross those arms in front. Pull the back of the hands to the back of the mat as you open the chest. Gaze to the sky. Spread your fingers. Rotate your palms to the sky. Feel that stretch of the biceps through the chest. Inhale, reach it up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, giant step back with your right foot. Back knee can come down if you like. Circle those arms up and overhead to your crescent lunge. Breathe, shoulders are soft. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. One more time. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink, stay low. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, turn to the left. Open your arms out to a T. Inhale it back to center, facing front. Same direction as you exhale. Open. Inhale it back to center, arms overhead. One more time. Exhale it open. Inhale it back to center, arms overhead. Flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Draw your right foot in to forward fold. Bring your hands to your elbows and hold on. And gently sway side to side. We come back to center, relax the arms, and ever so slowly ragdoll it up. One vertebra at a time. And roll those shoulders up and back. Let your shoulders slide down and away. Give those arms a little shake. Let them hang heavily. Turn your palms open to the front. And inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Forward folds. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Releasing that left knee to the mat if you like. Otherwise, keeping both legs long, we rotate and reach. Right arm to the sky. So that left knee can be down. You can have both legs long with the feet staggered, or you can stack your feet. We reach through those right fingertips, looking up towards the sky. Rotating that right palm towards the front, reach it up and over. Long line from fingertips all the way to the outside of that right foot, lifting rib cage, lifting the pelvis. Reach that right arm back up. And exhale, slowly release it down, coming back to plank. We're going to go directly into the other side. Right knee can come down or those legs can stay long. We rotate and reach. Left arm high. Feet can be staggered or feet can be stacked. We lift and lengthen out of the shoulders, up to the tips of the fingers, rotating that left palm towards the front. Reach it up and over. Arm right along the side of your face, lengthening all the way down that left side of the body. Shaky's good. Shaky means you're working. Find your breath. Inhale, lift that left arm high. Slowly release it down. Coming back to plank, and lift your hips to down dog. Pressing through the palms of the hands, guiding your weight back towards your heels. You're welcome to come to child's pose, to grab a sip of water. Find your breath. Meeting back in your down dog when you're ready. The end of your exhale, take the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. We pull the hands to heart center. Shifting our weight to our left foot. Right knee bends, big toe just barely touching the mat. And then roll that right knee open, sole of the foot along the inside of the leg. Now you can stay right here in your tree pose, or begin to slide your foot up along the inside of your leg, above or below your knee. Just don't be pressing right on your knee. Tall, strong. From the sole of the foot all the way up through the crown of the head. Interlacing your fingers, pressing your palms out and up. We soften our shoulders. Breathe. Tree pose, solid and strong. A wonderful pose, a beautiful balancing position to help gain a sense of grounding and focus. Opening those arms out to a T. Let's turn and look out over that left arm. Breathe. Now, by letting go of that focal point, that can change things up and really make it more challenging. Turning your gaze back towards front. We're going to lift the right arm and lower the left to a diagonal line. Now reach. Extend out of the shoulder, out through the tips of the fingers. Now slowly lift the left and lower the right. Just creating a diagonal line as best you can. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be beautiful. Just making that brain think. Rotate palms to the sky, lift both arms overhead, and pull the hands to heart center. Drawing that right knee forward. Press your right foot back. Giant step. Once again to our warrior one. Breathe. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Stay low. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, open to warrior two, opening the pelvis, tummy and chest to the side, reaching out from fingertip to fingertip. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Stay low, sweep that left palm back to the right inner thigh, right arm circles up and over. Lengthening and reaching from fingertip to fingertip, extended side angle. Maybe look up, find the base of that right thumb. Breathe. And inhale it all the way back up. Back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky, sweep it up and back. Reverse warrior. Right hand sliding down that back leg, left fingertips reaching. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, extend that left leg, reaching it back. Reverse triangle. Core staying strong, legs staying long. Inhale it up. Windmill that right arm up and over. Placing that right hand to the inside of your left foot. Adjust your feet if you need to. Rotate and reach. Left arm high. Find your breath. Revolve triangle. Circling that left arm around behind your back. Forearm along the small of the back. Nestle the back of the hand against the body. Use that as an anchor to help rotate a little bit more. Just make sure you're still breathing. Extending left arm high. And release it down. Hands on either side of your foot. Bending that front knee. Draw that back foot halfway in. Back foot still at a 45-degree angle, and we're going to work to square the pelvis. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Little lift to get that length. And then ever so slowly, lower this tummy and chest as though you're going to center it on that left leg. Be mindful of that right side of the pelvis. It's going to try and sneak back on you a little bit. Pyramid pose. Breathe. Now we can keep our hands on either side of our foot or bring the hands around behind your back. A little roll of those shoulders up and back, lifting your hands towards the sky, only if that feels good to you and you can maintain your form. If all of a sudden your form falls apart, way better. You're going to get more of this, more of the benefits of the pose by keeping your hands down on either side of your foot. Let's bring the hands to the small of the back, lengthen through the crown of the head, and hinge it all the way back up. As you exhale, arch it back. Pelvis stays facing front. Open your heart to the sky. Reach your knuckles towards the ground. And breathe. Inhaling it back up. Hands to heart center. We step forward to mountain. Roll out your ankle. Stretch your toes on that left foot. Get rid of the wiggles with the arms. Close your eyes for a moment and just check in. Roll those shoulders up and back. Palms open to the front. Open those eyes. Bring the hands to heart center. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left big toe barely touching the earth, and roll that left knee open. And again, coming to our tree pose on the right side. Feeling solid, strong. Slowly we begin to lift that left foot up along the inside of the leg, above or below the knee. And breathe. We interlace our fingers, press our palms out and up, softening those shoulders. Find your breath. And then slowly releasing those hands, arms open out to a T. And we turn and look out over our right arm. You do not have to. So if by doing so, you're falling out of the pose, can't quite get it, just feel solid and grounded, find that focal point. We bring our gaze back to center, slowly lifting that left arm, lowering the right to that diagonal line. Lengthen from fingertips to fingertips. How does your body respond? And then slowly we lift the right arm and lower the left to that diagonal line. Reaching and lengthening. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's getting to know the mind and the body and connecting them. Firing up that brain just a little bit differently. Back to a T we go. Pulling those hands to heart center, drawing that left knee forward, releasing your foot, and take a giant step back to your warrior one. Extending the arms overhead. Find your perfect warrior one. Pressing that back heel into the mat. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little bit. Keep that pelvis square. And then as you exhale, sink. Stay low. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, open to warrior two. Tummy and chest open to the side. Pelvis opens to the side. We sink into our warrior two. Adjust your feet whenever you need to. You are never stuck in a pose. If it feels awkward, off, adjust. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And then exhale, sink, stay low. Take a big breath in and sweep that right palm back to the left inner thigh. Left arm circles up and over, reaching and lengthening from fingertip to fingertip. Maybe take your gaze up to find the base of that left thumb. How's your breath? What's your body telling you? Should feel so good all the way down that left side. We inhale it all the way back up. Back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky. Sweep it up and back. Reverse warrior. Lengthening through those right fingertips. Left hand sliding down that back leg. Breathe. Slow, steady breaths. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, extend that right leg. Reaching, reaching, reaching back. Reverse triangle. We inhale it all the way back up, windmilling that left arm up and over, placing that left hand to the inside of the right foot. Adjust your feet if you need to. Rotate and reach. Right arm high. Revolve triangle. How high can you reach? What do you feel? What do you notice? Find your breath. Circling that right arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. Nestle the back of the hand against your body. Use that anchor to help rotate even deeper. And breathe. Should be able to smile still. Breath should be slow and steady. Shaky's good. Again, that just means you're working hard. Reach that right arm back up. And exhale, release your hand down. Bending that right knee, we're going to draw that back foot halfway in. Straightening the legs, left foot's turned out to about that 45-degree angle, and then we draw that left hip forward, press the right back. We lengthen through the upper body, lifting just slightly, and then slowly lower it back down, working to place the center of it right along that right leg. Should feel a pretty intense stretch down the back of the right leg, probably into that lower back. Hands can remain on either side of your foot or circle the arms around behind you. Interlacing your fingers. Rolling the shoulders up and back. If you like, lift your hands. Now again, if by bringing the hands off the floor, all of a sudden your form falls apart, way better to keep those hands on either side of your foot. And just breathe. Slow and steady. We bring the hands to the small of the back, lengthening through the crown of the head, core strong. Rise, hinging all the way back up. And as you exhale, arch it back. Gaze to the sky. Breathe. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Step it forward to mountain. Roll out your ankle, stretch your toes, get rid of the wiggles with the arms. Pull those hands to heart center and reach. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank, toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. Knees to the mat and press it back to child's pose. That feels pretty good. Good work. Checking in. How do you feel? What's going on with the body? So we're going to do a little bit of self-massage for those calves. This can be fairly intense, so be kind. Let's walk those hands back underneath us, coming to a tabletop position. We're going to cross that right shin over the back of the left calf. Knee is opening just out to the side a little bit. And then we're going to sit it back onto that right calf. So the pressure of that right shin crossing over the left calf, yes. So how do you manage the intensity? Don't quite sit so far back. Lifting and then slide that right shin down the calf, kind of mid-belly of that calf, and sit it back. So taking care of yourself. If this doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it. Don't press quite so hard. We move it down to the base of the calf, just above the ankle, and again, sit. And we rise. Let's do that one more time for that left calf. So bringing it all the way up behind the knee, and we sit it back. So you might notice that it doesn't feel too bad at some spots, and it gets a little more challenging in others. Lifting, sliding it down, and just pick a spot. There's no right or wrong, just kind of a couple, 3, 4 different spots down the shin, down the calf. And again, as much pressure as you like, managing the intensity. Just breathe. Keep breathing. If nothing else, keep breathing. And then we're going to come back up and we'll switch to the other side. So that right shin comes down, left shin's going to cross over that right calf, and we sit it back. Hopefully this one's not going to be quite so intense. And you can stay as long as you want. If you found a one spot where you're like, oh, that feels amazing, and you know your body needs it, stay. If you're finding a place where you're like, wow, this is terrible, your body needs it, but be gentle. Don't go too hard. So just moving down that right calf. Hopefully you don't want to swear at me. You can, I won't hear it, but just send good energy afterwards. We're going to do that one more time. So again, if there's 3 spots, if there's 5 spots, whatever it is, just crossing the shin across the calf. Seeing if you can let it go. You're going to find some little trigger spots. Your fascia is kind of knotted up and tight. This self-massage is a great tool to use to keep that healthy fascia, that soft tissue. It's your largest soft tissue organ in your body. Oof. And if you want to keep going with that, please do. Otherwise, sit it back to child's pose just for a second. Grab a sip if you need one, and just breathe. When you're ready, go ahead and walk those hands up. Come over onto your hip. Sweep your feet around. Slide on down towards the top of your mat. And let's extend those legs out nice and long. Flex your feet. See how those calves feel. So we were here at the beginning of class. If the hip or the calves were really tight, shins were really tight, this could have been fairly challenging. Hopefully after that little massage, it feels good. Hands are down by your sides, and then point your toes. And flex them. Reach it up and hinge it forward. Tummy down, chest down, hands. And relax the weight of your head. If you need to soften your feet, soften your feet. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften those feet, lower those arms to shoulder height, and slowly roll it back. One vertebra at a time. And relax. Draw one foot in towards your bottom and then the other. Feet are hip width apart. Hands come down by your sides, palms to the mat. Tuck the pelvis so that the small of the back presses into the mat. And let's begin to press through those heels as you lift your hips towards the sky. Peel that spine off the mat, one vertebra at a time, all the way up to bridge pose. Give those buns a little squeeze. If it feels good to you, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. We roll those shoulders underneath us one at a time and press through those heels, squeeze your buns and lift those hips. Our bridge pose. Shift your weight to the balls of your feet, lift your heels. Release the heels, shift your weight back to your heels. Can you lift your toes? The whole sole of the foot to the mat. Release your hands, unroll those shoulders one at a time, and ever so slowly lower it back down, one vertebra at a time. Let's open those arms out to a T, heel toe your feet open, and just gently rock your knees side to side. You can make this as quick or as slow as you like. Just allow the pelvis to shift. Let those knees just gently fall open. Mobility through the hip joints. Nice little release for the lower back. This rocking of the knees just feels super good. Great way to loosen up the lower back and to promote that range of motion for the hips. Coming back to center. Pull your right knee in towards your chest and then the left. Pull the knees in nice and tight and then just gently rock it side to side. A little massage for the spine, for the pelvis. Coming back to center. Let's hold on to that right knee and extend the left leg out and let it relax. Right arm out to a T. Left hand takes a hold of that right knee and just guides your leg across your body. We turn, taking our gaze out over that right arm. Close your eyes. Our supine spinal twist. Just like the whipped cream, sprinkles and cherry on top of just a beautiful, beautiful practice. Hopefully feeling that mind-body connection, the ease of your breath. Hopefully we've let go of a fair amount of tension and tightness, and we've increased our flexibility, strength, and range of motion. That's what we're going for. Just creating the best version of ourselves, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Slowly, we roll it back to center, extending that right leg to the sky. Point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through your hip, and lower it down. Reach out through those toes as you lower, and allow it to come to rest. Left knee pulls in, left arm out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders against the mat, we turn and take our gaze out over that left arm. Close your eyes and breathe. And slowly we roll it back to center. Extending left leg to the sky, point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip, and ever so slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. We bring our arms down by our sides, turning our palms open to the sky. If you prefer, you can place your hands on your tummy, one hand just below your belly button, one just below your sternum. Maybe you prefer being on your side, your tummy, or up in a seated position. I invite you to find a comfortable place where your body can just relax. Your mind is quiet and your breath just flows. We begin at the crown of our head, softening the scalp, letting go of any tension in the forehead, the eyes. We relax our jaw, gently bringing the chin towards the chest just a little bit, letting go of any tension or tightness at the base of the head, top of the spine. As you inhale, we lift the chest just slightly, rolling those shoulders underneath us just a bit. And then exhale and surrender your weight back against the earth. Arms are heavy. There's a softness in the chest and the belly, throughout the hips and the pelvis. Legs heavy against the earth. Mind quiet and calm. We remain here, still, safe, quiet and comfortable, assimilating all of the amazing benefits from each asana we visited today. We celebrate our able body, the gift of time to be here together, and this wonderful gift of taking care of ourselves inside and out. Allow yourself just a few more moments to relax, to soak in the loving energy around you, letting go of any negative energy. The gift of being present in this moment. As we remain here, quiet and calm, a few words to share with you today. Hopefully they resonate. Hopefully you take them with you today and help guide you on your journey today. The smile on my face does not mean my life is perfect. It simply means that despite my challenges, I choose to be happy. We take a moment, hopefully finding that smile on your face and in your heart. Able to make that choice to be happy today. Some days seems to be easier than others. Be kind to yourself, and if today's not one of those days, it's okay. Just know that there are people that have your back, that will do our best to bring that smile back. We start by wiggling our fingers and our toes. Stretching our limbs. Taking your time as much as you need, drawing your knees in towards your chest. a little rock side to side if that feels good to you. And whenever you're ready, however you wish, coming back up to a seated position that feels good to you. Rest your hands comfortably, sit up tall, close your eyes for a moment, and just take a couple good deep breaths in and out through the nose. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky, and exhale, pull the hands down to heart center. And thank you guys for being here. Take care of yourself. Always look forward to the next time, my friend. Until then, light, love, and namaste.